Hey, what's up, Lightbolt Joe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2003 television film Home Alone 4. So, this is a film that never needed to be in existence, right? So, I never saw it because back then I was like, no, why are they doing another sequel with the same character but with a different actor? That makes absolutely no sense. And so I refused to watch it for about 20 years because it's 2022. So, if this came out in '03, that was 19 years ago. So, it's it's hard to watch when you keep it in the same timeline, the same universe as the original Home Alone film, right? Macaulay Culkin as Kevin McAllister, his brother Buzz, sister Megan, dad Peter, mom Kate, right? So when you take, oh, also the character of Marv, when you take the characters out of that timeline, and this is a sequel in a different universe, then it's fine. It makes sense. And it's interesting because back in '03, we didn't really have that hot kind of multiverse, requel, reboot, prequel, reboot, sequel terms within film and franchises that we do now. So now that we have those terms, requel, reboot, sequel was eloquently explained in the 2022 Scream, the fifth technical Scream film, but it was a reboot sequel film. So it's perfectly explained. I definitely suggest watch that little monologue when they're all sitting in the living room. This fourth Home Alone film is a reboot sequel film. You had very similar scenes of the first film. You had the same majority of the same characters, not the same actors, but majority of the same characters in a sequel essence, representing that the first two films did happen, yes. The third was Alex D. Lynn's story, and that was still a great film by itself. But this is the McAllister sequel. But again, if you separate it from that original timeline to an alternate universe timeline, it's fine. It's a cohesive plot. It's Kevin's dad, Peter, is divorcing mom, Kate. Kevin's dad, Peter's new girlfriend slash fiance, Natalie, very wealthy woman, has a smart house, smart mansion, and she's supposed to be hosting the royal family for Christmas for reasons unknown, but that's just what the plot is. But it's a matter of, why is Marv back, different actor, with his girlfriend Vera, who he met in prison, played by Missy Pyle. She did a great job. And so what's their point of infiltrating the house? Well, their point is to make a kidnapping plot of the prince, the crown prince who's coming, who's about Kevin's age. And so it's all a matter of, is Prescott the butler the inside man who has the remote that was given to Marv to open the doors, to unlock the house, stuff like that? Or is it really Molly the maid? It's really Molly the maid, who's the mom of Marv. Very interesting twist. So it's, of course, shenanigans ensue, good pranks, Rube Goldberg effect. One thing hits another, smashing Marv in the face, another staircase falling bit. It's rebooted, but it's a sequel in a different universe. Originally it was supposed to be the same universe, but this, now that we're 19 years later, it's a different universe. So this had a good ending. It was all right. Had a nice wrap up. Again, plot wise, it was fine. I enjoyed the separating, but if I kept it together in the same universe, it's not anything as it's supposed to be. But keeping it by itself, it's okay. It's a good Christmas film. It's all right. Family, tradition, etc. Right? Coming together for the holidays. Now, this was made, from what I read up, as a TV film. And it was supposed to be like a pilot to a TV series. But because it did so terribly within critics and audience alike back in '03, never became a TV show, and that's fine. Then there was the fifth Home Alone film in 2012, which we're going to watch, which I've never seen. And then the sixth Home Alone film, Home Sweet Home Alone, came out in 2021 on Disney Plus, which we talked about. It was a thing. That is in the same timeline as Home Alone 1 and 2. And I want to say 3. Is that the same timeline? Now that we have different timelines, I got to keep track of things. Now, is the fifth film in the Home Alone 4 timeline, or is it in the Home Alone 1, 2, and 3 timeline? I don't know. We got to figure that out. So I was mildly impressed keeping it in its own timeline, but together as a whole, absolutely not. So mixed feelings. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.